our everyday lives, we encounter a lot of electronics. But what is electronics? How is it developed? What are its purposes? And who makes them? These may be questions that you have right now in your head. So come with me. Let's take a tour and dig deeper into the field of electronics.
An electronic industry produces products that are inclined to electronic devices such as semiconductors, transistors, resistors, and process apparatus and mechanisms. The electronic industry plays a dominant role in the society, especially in today's generation.
As we can see, the electronics industry is one of the most prevailing industries in the world. But before anything else, let us take a look back into where the electronic industry came from and how it started.
The technological improvements started way back in the late 19th century during the telegraph industry, and in the early 20th century in the telephone and radio industry. When these industries sprang up, awareness of electronics was brought up to the people. In the year 1948, the transistor came. This was then followed by the integrated circuit in 1960. By this time, the electronic industry was completely revolutionized. The continued advances have made possible the present generation of semiconductor chips that can store up to 3,355 pages of text on a device approximately the size of a coin. From this major breakthrough, the output of electronics industry is growing rapidly up to this day. Evidently, we see this from our smartphones, desktop computers, gadgets, stereos, microwave ovens, refrigerators, and even in our means of transportation. Electronics dominate.
Chemical engineering graduates are searching for platforms for which they could apply their knowledge in engineering. Now, how could they apply it to the electronics industry, and what developments could we expect from chemical engineers?
The principal means of improving an industry lie mainly on mechanization, development of highly-efficient apparatus and equipment, and advanced manufacturing processes that are based on latest scientific and technological innovation.
Chemical engineers have contributed not only limited to invention, but also to the ongoing development of advanced materials manufacturing processes to produce such devices as ion implantation, chemical vapor deposition, and dielectric etching. They design and build the complex systems to meet the stringent clean requirements for the commercial scale production of electronic products. They ensure that the raw materials used in electronics industry must be of extremely high purity, since the introduction of impurities determines the technical specifications and performance characteristics of electronic devices. The ever-increasing role of chemical engineering in a diversifying electronics industry shows continued growth and increasing variety for the future. The current research in the integration of magnetic and ferroelectric materials from the atoms up serve as an example of frontiers in the application of nanomaterials engineering to electronics.
Electronics have come a long way, from vacuum tubes to nanowires, and it is no doubt that further improvements in this sector will still be developed for the years to come.
Now that we've seen how chemical engineers could contribute to this industry, what interests does it spark for potential investors?
Companies and investors can contribute to so much when it comes to the growth of the electronic industry in our country.
Through the help of this sector, professionals like engineers and scientists can work together, for example, on developing alternative ways to produce fuels, petrochemicals, and electronic devices using different sources, materials, and even wastes. If the electronic industry will really flourish in this country, unleashing its maximum potential, electronic devices shall be readily available, we will become a country who exports quality material, our economy will flourish, and we can live in full convenience.
The contributions of the companies, investors, professionals will amount to a great advancement that will benefit us in both the present and the future generations.
One of the most important factors in development of the electronics industry is the government. Now, what benefit could the government get from our electronics industry, and what programs must the government implement to aid in the growth of our electronics industry?
With the aforementioned frontiers and futuristic insights about the industry, it is undeniable that, given due attention, especially from the Philippine government, the electronics industry could help lift up the quality of life in every Filipino. There are a lot of ways that the government could help grow the industry. The most important of all, of course, is the allotment of sufficient funding from the government. With this, the cutting-edge plans and aspirations for the industry will then be possible and would then hopefully be seen in action with irrefutable progress. Therefore, these things will be accomplished. The industry, in turn, will help lift up the economy of the country. Moreover, if the electronics industry is increased in number, there will be more job opportunities for the people.
Services and products are nothing without its consumers. So what can we, ordinary citizens, expect from the electronics industry?
Electronics could change the world over by making work easier and the exchange of information faster. There is unlikely a place on Earth that has not been affected by electronics. Here in the Philippines, electronics play a great role in shaping the economy and the society.
Back in 2013, the semiconductors and electronics industry accounted for 41% of the country's exports, brought in $918 million worth of foreign and domestic investments, and employed 2.2 million workers. The potential for the industry remains high, encompassing subsectors besides semiconductors such as electronic data processing equipment, office equipment, telecommunications equipment, communications and radar, control and instrumentation, medical and industrial, automotive electronics, consumer electronics, and photovoltaics. It is safe to assume that the electronics industry pervades our daily lives, from the appliances and gadgets we use to the job opportunities it provides.
However, one of the major drawbacks of the electronic industries is the electronic wastes or e-wastes, generated by the increasing consumption rate of the electronic products and services.
The common e-waste disposal for a small-scale enterprise is of it being mixed with solid waste and probably landfilled. Here, it is processed by the informal recycling sector. Greenpeace reported that communities near landfills get exposed to toxic heavy metals such as lead, mercury, and PVCs, which all come from e-wastes. In order to mitigate this, DNR Secretary Ramon Paje offers three main choices: to trade it, donate it, or recycle it.
We all have a stake in finding solutions for climate change and diminishing natural resources. Our global economy is also a global ecosystem, and it has never been more important to share the responsibility of preserving our planet. Many companies, because of critical state of our environment, choose to operate in a cleaner and greener. An example is the Consumer Technology Association, which pioneer in proposing projects that promote the electronic industry's progress in pushing training initiatives.
Green electronics is just one of the many branches or sectors that we, our country, can invest in. In the end, with the practice and implementation of rules regarding this, we could all help in achieving a better nation for ourselves and for the future generations.
Electronics today for a brighter tomorrow.